Richmond Park here as St. Patrick's Athletic play host to Waterford FC. Big one tonight. The fight for third place really on, but Rovers travelling to Bray tonight, expected to pick up all 3 points after a big win during the week against Dundalk. St.Pats this evening. Big game for them at home. They're not really pushing towards that top 3 like they'd like to be doing, but Waterford definitely, they're third at the moment, definitely in that contention for European football. It's going to be a good game tonight, hopefully. I'm not sure how it's going to go. It's going to be a tight one. I think it could be maybe a draw. I could see maybe a 1-1 draw of my prediction. We'll come back to you at half time. Half time at Richmond Park, and it is Pats 0, Waterford 0. Bit of end-to-end stuff really. Waterford probably having the better chances. Sander Puri a few times having a few left-footed strikes from the edge of the box towards the end. I think it was around the 48-minute mark. Brendan Clark's failed one out. It could have gone anywhere. So Waterford probably looking more likely to score, but it's a big game for Waterford tonight. They need to try and get the 3 points with Rovers playing Bray, expected to win that one. So the fight for third place between Rovers and Waterford is really heating up. You can kind of see Waterford kind of pushing for that goal. Last time we were here, Pats beat them 2-0 comfortably enough, but you can see the difference in intensity with Waterford. They've really have something to play for, and we're looking forward to an exciting second half now. Just here at Noel at half time. What do you make of the first half?
It wasn't great, Ross. It was pure enough. Where Pats are a little bit toothless up front. We could do it a bit more passion in midfield as well, you know.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, and Waterford aren't showing any great sparkle either.
Yeah.
But it's pretty few chances.
Yeah. So obviously it's been a bit of a disappointing season for Pats so far, kind of in 6th. You'd be expecting to more challenging for that kind of top 3 area, just European football. It's been disappointing so far.
A very disappointing season this year. We never had a settled team. The manager couldn't settle on an 11 and kept changing it, and if you keep changing things around and you haven't got a settled team, you don't have settled type of play. You don't have a situation where the team is playing with confidence, because it's changing too much.
Yeah. And if you had to look towards next season now, what kind of improvements do you think they need to make to have a successful season next season?
Well, without stating the obvious, I think he's going to have to just change the whole squad.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
A lot of work to do.
Yeah, there's a lot of work to be done. I don't know whether Liam will be here next year or not.
Yeah.
He's had a few great seasons with us.
Yeah.
You know, and he's been one of the best managers we ever had. But time catches up on everybody, and I don't know for sure whether he's going to be here next year or not. You know, there's lots of rumours.
Would you like to see him here next year? Or would you like to see a new fresh set of eyes on things?
Personally speaking, I think he's. I hate saying this, but I think it's time for change.
Yeah.
You know, I sort of don't feel good saying that, but I mean, in the end of the day, I do think it's probably time for change. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you very much for your time, Noel. Cheers. Sir, Mick at half time. Not the best first half, and Pats seem better this season. What do you make it yourself?
I thought they were better than they were last week.
Yeah.
I think it's a very balanced game. I think either side can win it, and I'd say first goal will nearly decide who will win it.
Been a bit of a disappointing season so far for Pats, being in the bottom half of the league. What do you think they can change next season? What kind of improvements do you think that needs to be made?
If we could get a striker who could score 20 goals, we'd nearly win the league.
Yeah.
I think if anybody could get a striker who could score 20 goals, they'd nearly win the league.
Yeah, you can see the difference Pat Hogan makes to Dundalk with that.
Oh, you can, yeah, absolutely. And you can see the difference between Cork this year and Cork last year when Maguire is gone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's not too many of them around.
And if you had to make a prediction, do you think Pats can get into the top half of the season this year?
I think it'll be a struggle. Who's going to score the goals to get us there? That's what my difficulty is. Yeah, I think defensively we're okay. But then we won 5 games in the trot and then lost 7 on the trot, and we stayed in the same position.
Yeah.
It's weird.
You have to give a scoreline prediction for the rest of this game now? Hard one to predict, obviously, but...
Well, whoever scores the first goal, I think will win it.
1-0 win.
1-0 win either way, yeah.
Perfect. Thank you very much for your time, Mick. Cheers. It's here at Lee after a great performance tonight, great result. What do you make of the game?
Well, Pats were very good tonight.
Yeah.
You've probably seen both sides of the way Pats play. You come down, that was probably one of their best performances there of the season, you know.
Yeah. First half Waterford had a few chances here and there, but second half Pats really took over and dominated.
Oh yeah, they came out in the second half, Pats, and they really pushed Waterford to the limit, you know.
Yeah.
They especially on the break.
Yeah.
They scored two a lot of them were from free kicks and corner kicks, you know.
And you look at that 7-game period where Pats lost, I think it was 7 games in a row. If they could just sort that out, they could really be challenging for that top 3. Is that the only thing that can really need to fix for next season?
Well, I don't think they'll probably go to the top 3, but I think they probably lost too many games for that. But I certainly think that injuries, there's a few players coming back from injuries, and they've made a great difference. And Leahy was in the team there tonight, and he scored 2 great goals. Yeah,
perfect. Thank you very much for your time.
No problem.
Cheers. Just here at Michael after the game. Great performance, great result tonight.
Yeah, great result tonight. New system, 3-5-2. Played really well. Got some excellent goals in the second half. Good performance.
Do you think you need that kind of change just to kind of get things going again?
Yeah. Well, they're out of the FAI Cup. They've only got 7 league games left, and push on and play all the games and see how many points they can get.
Currently 6th in the league. Do you think they can get into that top half of the table?
They're going up tonight because
they're up into the 5th.
They're gone in the 5th. Derry won. Both bet Derry 2-0. And we'll see what the rest. The game here on Monday is Leinster Senior Cup, but they're out of the cup. We'll see what way they'll go for the rest of the season.
So you think 5th to be a good finish for the rest of the season? Think 5th to be nice?
If they push themselves on. It's been a strange season here for Pats. They lost 7 games and spin there at one stage tonight. So we'll see what happens.
Perfect. Thank you very much for your time.
Okay.
Just here with Dara after the game. Great performance, great result tonight.
Yeah, it was great. They're playing a bit free-flowing football there, you know, no pressure on them. But I think that Markey fella's got to go. I think he's overrated. He hasn't got what it takes. He needs to go. Booker needs to get rid of him.
And for the rest of the season now, broke into the top half of the table tonight. Is that where you want to stay? Do you think you can get top 5?
It's a good platform there to drive on next season. I think they could go for Europe next year.
I think that should be the case this year, but that 7 losses in a row really affected them in a bad way.
Obviously, the confidence was down, and you can see some players there, as I said, just haven't got.
And a couple of fans at half time were saying they want Buckley to go. Do you think that's wrong to be saying that, or do you think he's the right man for the job?
I think you should get Jim Gavin in there, to be honest. You know, he's gone for 4 in a row on Sunday, and you know, I think Jim Gavin's the man there with the plan.
Perfect. Thank you very much for your time. Cheers. Just here at Glen after the game. Great performance, great result.
Yeah, it was about time, you know. Unlucky all season. But get to a point where we weren't playing well at all. So, it's a good turn of events for Pats, you know.
And looking forward now, like next season, what kind of changes need to be made to kind of break into that top 3? Do you think?
It's taken Bucko 2-3 seasons now to cop on that he needs to play 2 up top. Like, you look, league we won the league, 2 up top. We won the cup, 2 up top. Play 2 up top tonight, and we go out and we bring it to a team that looks like they're pushing on for Europe. So, I think the changes for next year is either Harry Kenny apparently wants the job, or Ger O'Brien for manager, and a straight swap for Bucko to director of football and Ger O'Brien to manager.
So you think he needs like a new set of eyes on things? Needs to be kind of freshen things up a bit.
Yeah, so Bucko's done a lot for the club, even personally, not just from a manager. Like he's dug the club out of a hole financially. He brings in a lot of sponsorship, but it's a bit stale now. He's ruining the reputation, a great reputation he built up with the club and the fans.
Perfect. Thank you very much for your time, man. Cheers. Thank you. Stuart Brandon after the game. Disappointing result tonight. What you make of the performance? First half was a bit better, but second half kind of fell apart.
First half was very good. Second half, I don't know what happened. Didn't come out for the second half. I thought the changes we made, we had nothing really on the bench to bring on, so defensive changes brought on. I wasn't going to do anything.
And looking forward now for the rest of the season. Think they can get that European place?
I think so. I think 4th place will get Europe anyway, because I fancy one of the top 3 or 4 to win the cup. I think Rovers have a tougher running than we do. Yeah. They still they have Derry, they have Cork, they have Pats. So I think we'll have a handier running, but our game of Rovers will tell a lot now, you know.
Yeah, I think the losses of a few players like Vigouroux and goals, stuff like that, has that kind of affected the season a little bit?
Big time. Vigouroux is a serious player. He gave the back 4 confidence. So does Matthew, in fairness, and Noel, the other 2 keepers. But you lose players like that. We're lucky to hang on to Courtney, and missing Noel Hunt tonight is always a big loss, you know. But I will bounce back.
Perfect. Thank you very much for your time, man. Full time Richmond Park, and it is St. Patrick's 3, Waterford 0. Good game. First half, Waterford probably on top. Went into the break 0-all. Probably should have had a goal, maybe. Sander Puri looking threatening, but second half they fell apart completely. Pats took over. three goals. Lot from my kind of cross and stuff like that. Waterford be disappointed with how they defended those set pieces and stuff like that. But Michael Leahy with 2 goals. So that kind of shows the centre half get 2 goals, and Campion getting that to third one as well. So great win for St. Pat's. But it's a little bit too late for them to kind of push on, get that kind of third place finish. A bit late for them now, but great, definitely a good. They kind of mixed up the formation to 3-5-2, and definitely a good step for them going into the next season. Maybe a couple of fans saying change of management, so be interesting to see what happens with them. As for Waterford, Rovers won tonight, and Waterford slipped out of the top 3, I think. So Rovers looking like they could be slipping into that top 3, but we'll have to wait and see. They have a tough run in, so it'll be interesting to see the next few weeks play out. Anyway, that's it from us here at Richmond Park. Make sure to like button and subscribe, because we're trying to hit 1,000 before the season ends, and that's only a couple of weeks away. So please hit the subscribe button, share, and thanks for watching.